that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
70, tip, go.
Now it's Watson. And he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Come on. Gravity line. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Jenkins.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, here's Jenkins.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns.
Quinshon Jenkins
from 4 yards out.
And the Browns take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
Now, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bills first down.
Again, it's Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Allen.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Allen now looks to throw. Quick slant to Shakir. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Allen going to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that's complete to Cooks. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
So the completion good for just 3.
And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock here? We just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
Back to throw, Watson. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Check, Panther. Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready.
They'll give up the middle, Judkins.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman from 19 yards away. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
To the air, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to run with it.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Cook. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
Allen going to run with it.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Allen going to run with it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are back within a score.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And that one makes it 14-7.
to the touchdown pass to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
From the gun on third, Watson. Open man, that's Tillman. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
It's fourth down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Browns.
Watson looks to throw again. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's second and inches.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Watson.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 70 lying.
Here's Watson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now second and 3.
Ready. Cougar 19. Go.
Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Watson now to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. This second and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills, final seconds of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before the break, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll give it to Jenkins. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at 7. To throw is Watson. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up third and 4.
Now it's Watson. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Buffalo, Gravity Lions. Go.
Again, it's Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Watson. He's got him in. That's Bond. And all the way in.
catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Allen now looks to throw.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a gain of 5.
Here is third down and 4.
Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Allen.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to run with it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. Allen to throw once more.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
Allen going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Davis will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw now on first down.
This one downfield for Tillman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Watson.
Open man is Bond. He's got it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Judy,
65 yards.
and the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Here's Allen.
Open man downfield, it's Palmer.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
65 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Watson.
Pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, here's Watson.
He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Dragon 60.
Watson now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 4th down, Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Parker, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength, and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Allen now on the option right. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing now is Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
12 yards. That's good for Bills. First down.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. To throw is Allen. He'll try to do it himself. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down.
And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
First and 10 at the 30.
Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
I give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Now Watson. Completes to Njoku.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Oh, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Let's go now. 68. Warriors 70.
To throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
This one downfield for Tillman.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Now Allen. Quick slant to Shakir.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's Allen. That is caught by Shakir.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Throwing, Allen.
Over the middle, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Allen. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Watson to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see about me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money smack down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front to back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. Talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news.